Hi CFC. Much like last year, leading into Holy Week, we want to present to you guys each day events of Jesus' life in his last week of ministry on earth. I'm going to get us started with the cleansing of his temple. We're going to be reading in Matthew 21, verses 12 through 16. And Jesus entered the temple and drove out all those who were buying and selling in the temple, and overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who were selling doves. And he said to them, "It is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you are making it a robber's den." And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. But when the chief priests and the scribes saw the wonderful things that he had done, and the children who were shouting in the temple, "Hosanna to the Son of David," they became indignant and said to him, "Do you hear what the children are saying?" And Jesus said to them, "Yes. Have you never read, out of the mouth of infants and nursing babies, you have prepared praise for yourself?" And he left them and went out to the city of Bethany and spent the night there. As I read this action in which Jesus goes to his temple and cleans the temple of all of the ungodly things that were occurring. When he enters the temple, he's actually confronted once again by Jewish leaders. And the Jewish leaders of this time, they would have been individuals who, in the end of this week, would be leading the cause for Jesus to die. Because the Jewish leaders at this time never saw Jesus for who he was as the Son of God. And as I think about that and I see how a temple, a thing that has been created to be set apart, has become filled with sin and filled with things that were never supposed to be a part of it, never intended to be in the temple. And Jesus, when he steps in, the scene of the temple changes. Praise come forth out of that change. We read in Matthew 21 that children started praising the name, and lame and blind came to him, and people were excited that Jesus in this sacred place in the temple was doing what it was always meant to be and do. And so as I think about that, and I think about this week we are entering, and how the work that Jesus did for us with his death and his resurrection, no matter how much in our life we have been off track, or we have allowed things to enter into our life that should never be a part of our life, when Jesus enters, everything is changed and praise comes forth.